mini LED full array local dimming backlight system with 792 local dimming zones, over 1400 nits of peak brightness, and a 120 Hz screen. Hey guys, it's the Villaman here, and the Samsung QN90A is their flagship 4K TV for 2021. And before we can test, compare, and review it, we have to unbox and set it up. So stick around. Now I'm sure there's some of you who noticed that the room looks a bit different than it did when I was unboxing last year's TVs, you know, with the crate here, a gate there, and some toys here. But hey, that's the puppy life. Well, enough of that, let's get into this mini LED TV from Samsung. Now, as I mentioned, this is their flagship 4K TV, and of course there's the 8K versions like the QN800A and this bigger brother, the QN900A, have better specs than the QN90A, but I'll be reviewing those TVs in due time. Let's look at this first. First up is the quick start guide, but you don't need that because I'm here. Then there's the back part of the stand. Screws for the stand, power cable, and the solar powered remote, which is pretty cool. Now let's take this top off. Then lastly, there is the stand here, which is pretty hefty. It's probably like 10 or so pounds. But before we take the stand out of the box, we want to create a flat surface so we can install the TV on. And if you've seen my other videos, then you know you can use the box that the TV came in as well as the styrofoam to create some structural support so you can rest the TV on top of it. So before we can actually install the stand, we need to attach it to the back part of the stand. This plate attaches to the TV and secures the stand to the TV. So this goes in here and you screw in 4 screws into these holes. It won't scratch it if I do this. Just be careful. Now we go and install the stand. So we push. Once it's seated firmly, then you can install the remaining 4 screws. This is the same way that you've installed other similar stands in previous years. And done. The TV comes in 5 sizes: 50, 55, a 65, 75, and 85 inches. It has Samsung's quantum matrix technology with 792 mini LED local dimming zones with over 1400 nits of brightness. It has 3 HDMI 2.0 and 1 HDMI 2.1 port with EARC and ALLM support. It has a 120 Hz panel with FreeSync support. It supports HDR10, HLG, and HDR10+. It does not support Dolby Vision. It has Samsung's Object Tracking Sound Plus technology to track objects as they move across the screen, and the Neo Quantum Processor 4K for picture processing and upscaling. It also has Samsung's Ultra Viewing Angle technology. It supports Alexa, Bixby, and Google Smart Assistants, and has AirPlay 2 support built in. Alright, now we can set this thing up and see what it's like.
Hello, experience the extraordinary with your Samsung screen. 2 simple options. How would you like to get started? Choose one.
So you can switch between either way of setting up your TV. On the left, there's a smartphone setup where if you select that, you just scan a QR code, and once you sign into your Samsung account, then you can go ahead with the setup. That's the easy way.
Simple options. How would you like to get started? Choose one.
Then there's the OK TV.
Simply press
I heard the first time.
The volume button.
Anyways, then there's the remote control way where you go through step by step using the remote. So not as easy, but let's do it anyways. Now it has 4 HDMI ports, and I have a cable box connected to HDMI 1. So then you can see that it's connected right there. So any HDMI port that you have a device connected to will be illustrated on the screen. The first thing it does is search for your Wi-Fi, and here we are. Once you put in your password, you are connected and we're off to the races. Viewing information services. So I'll agree to that one, but the interest-based advertising, never been a fan of it. So let's skip that for now. And once you clear that, then it identifies the device you have connected to your HDMI port. So let's see if it can actually identify the cable box that's connected. Nope. So then it lets you search for your cable provider, and mine is Cox Communication. No, the channel did not change. Channel's not changing, so it doesn't have the right codes off the bat, but let's ignore this anyways. Holy crap, that's bright. And intelligent mode adjusts the sound volume and brightness based on your environment and the content. So that's a pretty cool feature, and in a normal usage case, I would probably have it enabled, but since we're testing and we want to see how the TV performs in controlled environments, then I'm not going to actually have that enabled. So here it is, and first impressions, the design, the TV is really thin. I mean, it's incredibly thin, and that's owing to the MiniLED full array local dimming backlight system, and the design is basically an evolved version of last year's Q90T. So it's the same overall design, but it's just thinner. The bezels are also really slim, as you can see, and the colors just pop off the screen. They're vibrant and punchy, and it has a lot of contrast also. I ran a quick full array local dimming test, the one I created, and it performed really well. I'm actually going to delve a bit deeper into that in the screen test video that's upcoming. So upcoming, there'll be the screen test where we test the picture performance and the picture processing performance, as well as full array local dimming performance, as well as just running through some test patterns to see how it handles them. Then there is the gaming test, of course, using both the PS4 and the Xbox Series X that you can see behind the TV, as well as the comparison between last year's C10 OLED, comparison between this and the C1 OLED, which is for 2021, new from LG, and also comparing the picture of last year's Q90T also. So let me know if you want to see any of that in the comments. I mean, I don't want to waste time creating comparisons that people don't want to see, so let me know in the comments which of those you would like to see. But I have some really positive first impressions, and the anti-reflectivity of the screen remains the same, just as good as it has been in previous years, and the viewing angles are also just as great. So nothing has changed there. Even though it's a VA panel, that doesn't affect the wide viewing angle thanks to Samsung's ultra viewing angle technology. It also doesn't have a one connect box also, by the way, so there's no separate box that you have to worry about placing somewhere else. But on the flip side, you don't get that one cable that connects to the TV for both power and signal. You have to connect all of your HDMI cables to the TV and the power cable. It's a give and take, but yes, stay tuned for those upcoming videos and let me know your thoughts in the comments about this TV and what would you like to see me cover in my time with this TV. I mean, besides the screen test and the full review, of course, let me know which comparisons you'd like to see. I've left links in the description if you want to check this TV out some more or buy one. And also don't forget to check out the merch store for awesome t-shirts like this one and the one that you saw me wear in the intro. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and thanks for watching. Until next time, this has been your friend and neighborhood Villaman saying be safe and peace.